What's up, Collide? I have a question for you. Have you ever noticed how we become absolute marketing machines for the stuff that we love? You try a new drink at Starbucks and you immediately become a sales rep. No, seriously, you have to try the caramel brulee latte. Just me on that one? Fine. What about, have you ever watched a show that you loved and you instantly start planning everyone's watch party? And you tell them, hey, I'll rewatch season 1 with you just so I make sure that you're a part of this. Or you come across a reel that you think is super funny and you send it to 5 of your friends and they don't get back to you within a couple minutes, so you send them a text and you're like, hey, did you see that? Well, I remember the first time that I found out about the Savannah bananas, and I thought they were the greatest thing ever. And the cool thing is I heard about them from a friend. And the more I learned about them, the more I had to tell everyone that I thought might slightly be interested. I told my family, I told my friends who played baseball, my friends who were in theater. I found out there were a band that the Savannah Bananas had, and so I told my friends that were in band about it too. And the crazy thing is, I recommended it to people without fear. And you're probably thinking, yeah, it's easy to recommend things without fear, right? But sometimes, at least for me, when it comes to inviting friends to church or talk about something Jesus related, we get scared. Sometimes it feels like our brain malfunctions and there's like this warning, awkward conversation detected. It's wild that we can passionately recommend something like a soda float from Chick-fil-A, but be completely brain freeze when it comes to something that could actually change someone's life. It's funny, we're so confident in recommending things we love. We'll defend a TV show like it's our family, or we're passionately convince someone to try a new drink, or we'll send songs, videos, memes, movies, restaurants, all without thinking twice. But when it comes to inviting someone towards their faith, towards Jesus, or towards something that actually matters, sometimes everything feels complicated. What if they think I'm weird, or what if they say no? What if it changes our friendship? Maybe we feel like they might judge us, or we might not have the right words and we're gonna mess things up. All those what ifs build a wall we never say out loud, but we definitely feel. And so even though we care about people, even though we want them to know that we found Jesus, even though we believe that it matters, we oftentimes keep quiet. We wait for the perfect moment. We hope someone else brings it up first, but deep down we know something. We know sometimes the most meaningful life change happens because someone invited us into it. Maybe it was a friend, a leader, a family member, someone who took a chance, someone who cared enough to speak out, and that creates a big question we all have to wrestle with. If God uses ordinary people to invite others, what does it mean for us? We're gonna open up our Bibles to Luke 9:10-17, and we're gonna look at one specific verse, but I wanna give you some context for this passage. You see, Jesus is teaching to a massive crowd, thousands of people, and it's getting late, everyone's hungry, and the disciples are panicking. They begin to try to figure out what to do and ask Jesus that question, what do we do? And so in verse 13, he responds, and he says, you feed them. And they're like, we only have 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. You see, Jesus takes what little they have, he blesses it, he breaks it, and then he hands it back to them. And they are the ones who pass it out. They are the ones who engage the crowd. They are the ones who invite people to the table. Jesus could have fed the crowd directly, but he wanted his followers to be involved. Because that's how Jesus' message spreads across, through people inviting other people. Some of Jesus' final words on earth were a command to go and make disciples. And the first part of making disciples is introducing people to Jesus. What better way than inviting your friends to Collide, where one of the things we do every single week is learn about Jesus. Following Jesus means inviting others to follow Jesus. You don't need perfect words, you don't need theological training. You need 3 simple things, so here they are, you ready? First thing is your story. Share what God is doing in you. Even if it feels small, you know, Jesus did some incredible things in that story for the disciples. All they had to do was hand it out. And that's why the T in habits is tell your story, because your experience matters. What has God done in your life? How has it impacted your day-to-day? God can bring big things when you share what he is doing and has done in your life. The second thing is a simple invitation. Maybe it's to Collide, maybe it's a conversation, maybe it's to invite someone to sit with you, to ask questions. All you have to do is invite people to join you. And the third thing is be consistent. Pray for one person regularly. Small invitations can change lives. And so keep inviting, don't give up. As you head to small group, think through those 3 things and pick one to work on this week. Between sharing your story, making an invitation, or being consistent, which one are you gonna work on? Collide, we love you, and we can't wait to see you and your friends next week.